We've had nights when we were quiet, words we meant but couldn't say, moments where the pieces shifted and our hearts got in the way. But every time the world felt heavy, every time we lost our view, somehow in the silence I still found my way to you. Love isn't just the laughter or the sunny, easy days. It's the choosing in the shadows where the real foundation lays. This is where we learn to stay, in the space between the hurt and grace, where a whispered "I'm not leaving" takes the fear inside its place. This is where we learn to stay, where the breaking starts to bend, and the heart that almost walked away finds its way back home again. We've stood close but felt far distant, tried to talk but spoke through tears, held our breath through conversations we avoided for years. But something in your steady presence teaches me a deeper truth, that love can stretch and stumble and still rise again with you. It's not about perfection or never being wrong. It's finding strength in honesty and letting trust stay long. This is where we learn to stay, where the fragile turns to brave, where we lay our broken edges down and let forgiveness pave the way. This is where we learn to stay, where two hearts come undone only to discover they're still beating into one. And maybe love grows deeper when it's tested by the rain, not just found in every sunshine, but held tight through every pain. We learn the kind of courage that only storms can bring, to stand and say I'm with you when life shakes everything. This is where we learn to stay, in the trembling, tender place where we choose to keep on choosing even when we lose our way. This is where we learn to stay, where the heart begins to see that the strongest kind of loving is the love that doesn't leave. So here's to every moment when we almost walked away, for they led us to this promise, to the place we learned to stay. Some days the world feels heavier, like the air is hard to breathe. We walk around with quiet burdens no one else can see. You've had nights you fell to pieces, I've had days I lost my way, but somehow in the midst of struggle we find strength to stay. You hold my worry in your hands, I hold your fear in mine. Two hearts learning how to lighten what feels too much to climb. This is the weight we carry, but we don't carry it alone. What feels too heavy on our shoulders feels much lighter when we're homeless. This is the way we carry in the spaces that we share, and every time the world gets heavy, love reminds us we're still here, still learning how to bear the weight we carry. We've counted dollars late at night, wondering how to make it through. We've wrestled with the doubts inside us, asking what we're meant to do. But even when the ground feels shaky, even when we lose our calm, your voice becomes my quiet anchor, your touch my steady palm. And somehow in the hardest parts where shadows try to grow, your presence feels like sunlight breaking through the undertow. This is the way we carry, but it doesn't weigh the same when your heart moves next to my heart. I feel hope inside my name. This is the way we carry, through the fear and through the strain. Every load feels somehow lighter when we face it once again, together in the rain. Maybe love is not about keeping everything controlled, but learning how to lean on someone when life feels hard to hold. And I don't need you to be perfect, just brave enough to stay. 'Cause even broken hearts beat stronger when they face another day. This is the way we carry, and carry side by side. What once felt like a mountain now feels easier to climb. This is the way we carry, and the promise that we try. And every time the world grows dimmer, you remind me reasons why we still choose to try. With the way we carry, hand in hand, step by step, we'll make it through the day. For every weight we carry, we learn a stronger way. We're taking roads we never planned, lost our way a time or two. Stared at maps with tired eyes, wondering which path led to truth. But every time the world felt aimless, every crossroad strange and new, you were there beside me, steady, saying we'll find our way through. We don't need all the answers, just a little faith to feel that we're moving in the right direction. With two hands on the wheel, hands on the wheel. We'll drive through the unknown. Every mile, every choice reminds me I'm not alone. Hands on the wheel, no matter where it twists or turns, we're learning life in motion, learning love with every curve. We don't need a perfect map, just your hand over mine, as we steer toward what's real, with our hands on the wheel. With our hands on the wheel. We face decisions heavy-hearted, watch doors open, watch some close. We've chased dreams that felt uncertain, held each other through the lows. But even in the doubt and questions, in the nights we couldn't see, you reminded me that progress is still progress when we're free. And even when we're lost a bit, it's you who helps me feel that we're safe inside the journey, with our hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel, through the storms and brighter days. We may not know where this road ends, but I trust the way it sways. Hands on the wheel, with your heartbeat close to mine. Every fear feels somehow quieter, every moment more aligned. We don't need a perfect plan, just the courage not to steal our hearts away from home. With our hands on the wheel. Maybe love is in the motion, not the finish line ahead. In the miles times where we stay honest in the words we haven't said. And someday when we're looking back at the roads we had to choose, we'll see the beauty in uncertainty and the strength we never knew. Hands on the wheel and your fingers locked with mine. Every detour, every challenge helped us grow through borrowed time. Hands on the wheel, where the future starts to heal, we'll find our way together on the road that feels most real. We don't need to see it all, only trust in how we feel, as long as we are driving with our hands on the wheel. So let the road keep winding in whatever way it will. I'm safe inside this journey with our hands on the wheel. On the wheel. We walked through nights that felt unending, raised our voices, lost our calm. At seasons where our hearts fell weathered, where we questioned right and wrong. But somewhere in the breaking moments where the light was wearing thin, we chose each other anyway and let forgiveness pull us in. We learned to breathe through thunder, learned to listen through the pain. Found that love is not avoiding storms, but standing in the rain. Storms don't scare us now, not the way they did before. We've learned the art of holding on when the winds shake every door. Storms don't scare us now, 'cause we've seen what we can be when the world feels like it's falling. You still fall back into me. Had our fears and fragile moments where the truth was hard to speak. Learn the cost of keeping quiet, learn the strength inside the weak. But every time the lightning cracked and shadows tried to pull us down, we found the courage in our footsteps and a deeper solid ground. We don't need perfect answers, we don't need a flawless vow, just the promise that we'll meet again when the dust is settling out. Storms don't scare us now, we've grown steady through the fight. We've learned the way your heartbeat can bring my darkness back to light. Storms don't scare us now, 'cause we've walked through fire and rain, and the love that almost broke us is the love that stands again. Maybe strength is not in never bending, but in bending side by side. Maybe faith is not in knowing, but the courage still to try. And when the sky turns heavy and the night begins to fall, we hold on like survivors who've learned to trust through it all. Storms don't scare us now, not with you here in my hands. We've learned our hearts can weather more than either understand. Storms don't scare us now, 'cause no matter what comes through, the rain becomes a blessing if I get to face it with you. clouds, let the sky break, we'll still find our way somehow. 'Cause love has made us stronger, and storms don't scare us now. We've changed our plans 100 times, took turns we never thought we'd take, chased dreams across a shifting skyline, lost our foot and learned to break. But with every place we ended up, every lesson life bestowed, I found my strength in one direction, in the roots we've set in the road. It's not the ground beneath our feet that makes our hearts feel known, it's the love that keeps on growing even when we're far from home. These are the roots in the road, the ones we planted as we go, not in the soil that stays behind, but in the miles that help us grow. These are the roots in the road, in every choice and every load. Love doesn't need a single place, it finds its home inside the chase. These are the roots in the road. We've stood together at life's crossroads, said yes to things that scared us both, held hands through doubt and expectation, trusting seeds we couldn't sow. And now when I look back on time, at all the ways our journey flowed, I see that every step was anchored by the roots we set in the road. For love is not a stillness, but a rhythm meant to move, a living, breathing testament to everything we choose. These are the roots in the road, where our story finds its hold, where the seasons change around us, yet our hearts stay brave and bold. These are the roots in the road, where the past and future show that the journey makes us stronger than a single place could ever know. Maybe home's not a place we stand, but a presence by our side. Maybe roots are made of footsteps, not the earth where we reside. And if the world keeps shifting, we'll still find the thread we hold, for love grows deep and steady in the roots we plant in the road. These are the roots in the road, every mile, every stone carved a deeper kind of meaning in the life we've come to own. These are the roots in the road, where our stories intertwine, and every path behind us shows the strength in your hand and mine. Love's not just where we stay, it's where we choose to go. These are the roots in the road. So let the distance mark our chapters, let the seasons shift and flow, for we belong together in the roots we found in the road. The door clicks shut behind me, and the world begins to fade. Another day of heavy footsteps, of promises I try to make. But then I hear your gentle humming, feel your arms pull me inside, and suddenly the weight I'm holding loses all its need to hide. I never knew how quiet could feel so full, so known, until the stillness changed its meaning when it led me back to home. When the quiet turns to home, when your touch undoes the day, every worry finds a doorway where the shadows fall away. When the quiet turns to home, I remember what is real, that the world can take my strength, but your love gives me the will to face the morning again. When the quiet turns to home. You hold me in your softness, see the parts no one else sees. You know the way to calm the storms, still echoing in me. And in those silent, sacred moments where no words need to be said, I find the peace I've been missing in the space we share instead. Maybe love is found the most in the calm we learn to feel, in the tender kind of healing that makes the broken pieces heal. When the quiet turns to home, every doubt begins to fade, like the night can't keep its power when your voice calls out my name. When the quiet turns to home, in your arms I'm not alone. You're the place my tired heart rests when I've carried too much stone, and I breathe again. When the quiet turns to home. Yeah, someday when we're older, when the years have worn us thin, I'll still come back to this silence where your love pulls me within. For home is not a building, not a room or roof above. It's the quiet that becomes a refuge when it's filled with someone's love. When the quiet turns to home, where your heartbeat meets my own, I'm reminded of the reason that I never walk alone. When the quiet turns to home, every struggle finds its place, knowing I can face the darkness if I'm met by your embrace, and the world feels right again. When the quiet turns to home. Turn the lights down low, let the worry go. In the quiet, love becomes home. We've walked through days of doubting, stood in shadows side by side, We've carried things we didn't name, held our breath through changing tides. Yet somehow through the hardest hours, through the weight of what felt keen, we found a quiet strength inside us, in the spaces in between. And though the world felt heavy, we learned what love can do, how two hearts find their footing when they lean and follow through. This is the way we rise, in the cracks where fear would hide, in the softness of forgiveness, when we stand on different sides. This is the way we rise, through the moments we bend low, finding hope inside the hurting, turning wounds into our growth. Hand in hand we realize, this is the way we rise. We've had dreams that broke and shifted, plans that never came to be, but every time the ground moved under us, you steadied fate with me. We learned that life is not the straight line we expected when we dream, but love can build a higher mountain from the places we've redeemed. It's not avoiding trouble, not pretending we're okay. It's choosing truth and mercy when the easy choice is to look away. This is the way we rise, through the ashes of our tries, through the quiet conversations where we hear each other's why. This is the way we rise, by staying when we could retreat, by finding strength and showing weakness, turning loss into repeat. We learn that falling isn't failing, it's just the way we rise. And someday when we see the view from the place where courage led, we'll trace the mountain's outline in every tear we shed. For rising isn't sudden, it's a heartbeat at a time, a steady, faithful promise in the climb you make with mine. This is the way we rise, with your hand held into mine, with the kind of love that deepens as we weather and align. This is the way we rise, through the storms we stood inside, through the broken turn to healing, through the truth we learned to guide.